Count that from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Should take about an hour and 20 minutes. Hopefully less.
Hopefully less, yes.
We'll see how bad I do.
130 estimate is extremely generous.
Yeah.
That's
I was
an
playing it
estimate
safe.
for someone at my level. And even that was probably generous for me.
I get choked pretty hard, who knows. Yeah, I'll be doing Deathless Skip in this.
Alright, so the beginning of this game is basically just RNG. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible. There's one big trick coming up and I might hate my life for it, we'll see. It should. Well, I don't
I'll
know.
explain it more when we get a little closer.
Yep.
Yeah, this is definitely most people's favorite handheld Zelda game by quite a long shot. I'm surprised it doesn't have more speedrunners, to be
Yeah,
honest.
it's kind of sad. Maybe this will inspire some people. Hopefully I can do it justice. This is, the category is any percent, no save and quit, and no out of bounds.
They're just copying A Link to the Past.
Yeah, that's what we're reduced to at this point.
This game is also pretty easy for like newer people to speedruns
Yeah,
because
it's really easy to get
besides
into.
the beginning, there's not much RNG. Like
Yeah.
it's all pretty much just execution,
It's pretty much straightforward.
and there aren't really any terribly hard tricks that you have to know to speedrun the game.
Yeah. And there's a tutorial out there. I can link that at the end.
It's quite outdated, but it's still good for learning.
I think G-Cop made a new one.
Oh, he did?
I'm not
Cool.
sure though. I am playing this on emulator.
It's too cheap.
Yeah, I can't shell out the whatever it is.
Game Boy player, and a cart, and a capture card.
I can stream with webcam on my Game Boy, but I don't think people want to watch that. Alright, so here's the trick. Hopefully I get decent luck.
So basically, you usually have to get the powder and powder the little raccoon thing in the forest to make it not,
I got super good luck. Wow.
to not get lost in the woods, but if you damage boost over this pit like he did
Yeah.
already, I haven't seen it yet because of the stream delay.
But basically, the guy needs to look up, and you could just get trolled for several seconds if he doesn't want to cooperate.
if not more.
Yeah, I was very fortunate though.
Sometimes they can take like 6, 8 screen transitions.
Yeah, it could be like 30 seconds to a minute if you get unlucky. It's like racing this game's pretty brutal too, because it's kind of frustrating to lose time to that.
That's why I declined to race Ducky in this game for this marathon.
Yeah, like we could have been separated like by a minute just due to luck in the first 3 minutes.
Yep.
Here's the shop to get magic powder.
What a lot of people don't know is that you can steal items from the shop in this game.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I never knew that when I was a kid.
Your name
And
gets changed to Thief though.
Yeah, all the runs where I wanted his name to be gay, it just changed it to Thief right at the beginning.
I was so pathetic. I like made my name Thief in the beginning, so I didn't let the game have the satisfaction of taking my name away. Good luck with the shopkeeper. It's not a train wreck yet.
Yeah, the shopkeeper is also a little RNG sometimes. Like, if you try to cut it too close with how far right you go, he'll turn left quickly and then be like, oh, you gotta pay for that.
Yeah, just catch you at the door. It's really frustrating.
And sometimes he just does it anyways to be a little bastard.
Yeah. I guess some people may realize I didn't get Yoshi. There's a trick coming up later that'll explain that skips half the trade sequence. I'll explain it a bit.
Thanks to triggers in this game, it works.
Yeah. This game's pretty weird. Also, this thing called Piece of Power. This is the main reason I'm running no save and quit. Piece of Power, it's a thing that allows you to move 1.25 times as fast and do twice as much damage, and it drops every 30 enemies you kill. So I'm going to manipulate enemy killing for it to drop in dungeon 2, 3, 5, and 6, and that's where it saves the most time. But here's dungeon 1. It's pretty self-explanatory. There aren't much tricks in this one.
You only see really good piece of power routing by the better players. Like, it's something that a lot of the newer players or the players that don't have as good times don't really focus on because it's not that big of an issue.
Yeah, it's only... Oh, what the hell is this? It's only probably 2 minutes or something. It's not much. That was weird. I don't even know if 2 minutes... Maybe that's a stretch.
And the piece of power routing can also be RNG to do the chomp being a little overly hungry.
Chain Chomp, he's gonna... let's hope he doesn't screw me over, but... The guy's crazy. I never know.
Because with optimal piece of power routing, you want it to drop like the first or second enemy you kill in dungeon 2, and so if he gets a little over hungry, it'll drop right outside the dungeon, and then you're screwed. I definitely reset to that a few times when I RTA'd
it's always
for like
frustrating.
3 weeks.
There's a little damage boost, I kind of failed it.
Yeah, I guess the main categories for this are like any percent with save and quit, and then this category.
Yeah. There's also a glitched category, which is kind of cool, but
yeah,
it gets kind of boring after you do it once.
I could see that. Just like A Link to the Past.
Yeah.
It's fun to see once, and then it's boring.
Gets stale and old, yeah. Alright, so the boss in this is Moldorm. I don't think he's quite as bad as he is in A Link to the Past, but he could still kind of screw you over.
He's worse in this game than A Link to Between Worlds.
Have you been playing that?
Yeah, I finished 100%
nice.
Earlier today.
You enjoyed it?
Yeah, it was really fun. I tried hero mode and it destroyed me, so I stopped.
So that's a tough mini boss. You walk in there and shoot 2 arrows. Alright, so here's Moldorm. It should be fine, but we'll see. Wow, I died. Holy crap.
I haven't seen it yet. I should refresh my stream.
That's kind of sad. Not a good start for me.
Oh man. If he hadn't died, this would have been a pretty good
this would have been a really good
D1 segment.
Yeah.
But since he died, I'd probably be ahead of him.
Yeah, it's not even a big deal though. I'm kind of upset, but it's alright. Piece of power is kind of messed up, but I can correct it.
Yeah. Dying resets the piece of power count. The way it works is every 32 enemies killed, the piece of power drops. So when you die, it gets reset to 0.
It's pretty funny. I practiced Moldorm a bunch before. I didn't not die once, so oh well. What are you gonna do?
It's because you practiced.
Yeah, I should not have practiced.
Who practices for Moldorm?
It's a lesson to everyone: do not practice.
Another thing you have to watch out for is the acorn drops.
Yeah, acorn can. There's a thing where if you it drops every, I think 12 enemies without taking damage, and if you get it on the same drop as the piece of power, it will overwrite. It takes priority for some reason, or the piece of power. So it's only happened twice, but I've lost 2 runs in dungeon 2 because the acorn took precedence over piece of power.
I've lost run in dungeon 3 when you spin attack the big jelly and the 4 small jellies
you got
around
it there.
Because they both
so you picked it up at the same time, yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's always terrible.
once you slash that sword, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, it's just gotta watch your dreams be thrown out the door. Alright, so I'm killing all these enemies here. I'm gonna try to get back on track with Piece of Power.
Yeah, I guess you're gonna kill like all the enemies on your path.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill everything. I'm going crazy.
And you can kill everything on the way back too.
Yeah, I think I have to.
So now we can always hope that he doesn't pick up this hard shame.
Yeah. I should
I'll just leave the mumble if you pick it up.
Yeah.
You'll
I'm
have to
gonna
do
cut
this on your
stream.
own.
I'm gonna cut stream and go to bed. This guy can kinda troll you, but this fight should be fine.
The only problem with this fight I ever had is releasing the spin attack too early, because then you hit him before he hits the wall.
I've got
and
him
it just
I've got him
stops.
stuck. It's I've ended streams because of this guy.
When I first started running this game, it was really hard for me to two-cycle him, because I would like spin attack him away from the corner instead
Oh
of
yeah, yeah.
into it.
I do that same stuff. It's really frustrating.
Also, when I first started, I was too used to A Link to the Past, so I wouldn't mash my sword, because mashing your sword is really bad in A Link to the Past. Yes, this game is literally Mario. There's chain chomps and Goombas.
Yeah,
and
it's a Mario crossover.
fire flowers.
I did not kill enough stuff, but wow.
How did you kill that upper moblin? What the heck?
Whoops. I got the acorn, that's kind of unlucky.
Dang.
Alright, so Peace Power's gonna drop late here, but it's not. It wastes like 10 seconds if you don't get in this dungeon. And I can correct it for dungeon 3.
Yeah. And if it's not corrected by then, you always have the Ocarina
Yeah,
dungeon thing.
you kill those weird things that do 4 hearts for some reason.
They're so dumb.
The most like powerful enemy in this game. It's ridiculous. The final boss is 1 heart, and those guys do 4.
I've died to those things.
Yeah. I gotta fight the. Oh god. This guy without a. His power is kind of scary.
Yeah, for running this game, the emulator that gets used is comparable to the actual Game Boy. People aren't allowed to use VBA because it runs the game much
Yeah.
faster.
I think it adds up to like. Oh, that sucks. Oh my god. This luck is not great.
Oh no. That's happened to you before too.
Yeah. I just have to watch that. Just go down the pit. I don't even know what happens if it goes over a pit. I've never seen that before. I guess it stays suspended in air. I don't know. Alright,
Nice
so
poke.
yeah. So pretty bad start, but it's really not a big deal. This fight is, I think, one of the coolest things in this game now. Hopefully I can pull it off well. Alright, so basically there's a few pixels where if you throw this guy, it usually takes 3 throws to break this bottle or whatever it is. There's pixels like all over the room. On the left torch, like here, and right here. Where if you throw this guy, he's gonna break in one, the bottle will break in 1. And there's another, hold on, let me get set up for it. If you shoot an arrow... Hold on. Wow. I failed it.
Dang.
I practiced that a ton too, so... This is... My practice is not paying off.
Alright, so the main reason why that worked is this glitch that gets used a lot in this run. It's called wall clipping. Basically, if you run into a corner of a wall, you'll clip into it, and that messes with the collision, I guess, with the bottle and the wall, and so it breaks immediately. And you'll be seeing much more of that later in the run.
Yeah, wall clipping is really big. Allows you to do a lot of cool tricks. Alright, so coming up is probably the biggest trick in this game. It saves like 6 minutes. Like, it's... If you're familiar with this game, you gotta get a thing called golden leaves. And that allows you to get the Dungeon 3 key, but there's a way to skip it. The trick's kinda dumb, because there's a bit of luck involved.
So at this point, if you're playing casually, you would have gotten the doll, gotten the bow, gotten the dog food, given the dog food to the alligator, to get the bananas that you would give to the monkey so they finish building the bridge to the castle.
You go all the way to the castle, you get the leaves, then you speak to Richard, but you can just
he lets you in his villa.
You just come here. Pause. Pause. Hopefully this... Alright, that's not too bad. If you pause... Alright, so if you pause in the same frame that you fall, like he makes the screaming noise, then you remain suspended in air and hit screen transition, and that skips getting the golden leaves and half the trade sequence.
And if you notice, the sprite for the slime key was actually a golden leaf, because the game doesn't really know what to make it since you're not supposed to have it already.
Yeah, and a little fun fact, if you screen transition while like getting the gold leaf, or the key, the game's like impossible to complete, since it turns the key into an actual gold leaf, and you cannot get the key. Alright, so here's... You clip from the other side. Wow, what the hell? You could put the key in from the wrong side. That save just going around.
Also, the only reason this glitch even works is because getting into the villa and getting the slime key is a trigger to having the stick, which you need to progress in the game. So, because you have the key, once he's done with this dungeon, I don't think it appears in your inventory right when you get the key.
Yeah, it's just it's beating Dungeon 3. I think
Yeah.
that triggers him to be there. Triggers
It
Taryn
just
to be there.
triggers, yeah.
And if Taryn's
for
there,
you
he
to
just
have the
assumes
stick.
you have the stick, yeah.
Well, the stick's actually in your inventory, I think.
Oh, is it? I don't know. I've never even paid attention. Alright, so Piece of Power's gonna be messed up for this as well. Which is kind of unfortunate.
Should have killed those Stalfos.
Alright, it's... What the hell? I got 2 acorns and like... I guess that makes sense. Alright, Piece of Power's not too bad actually. Alright, the Dongos is easy fight, but there's a little trick involved. You just gotta kill one.
If for whatever reason this Dodongo's fight, if you kill one and then you leave the screen and come back, they're both dead and you have the mini boss warp.
Yeah, I don't know, it's bizarre.
And for whatever reason, this is the only Dodongo fight in the game that it works in.
Yeah. There's one more later up that's much harder.
There's also a third one, but you don't encounter it in a speedrun.
It's in Dungeon 8, right? If I remember correctly?
Yeah. You have to, like, throw them the bombs
Oh,
from
yeah,
a
that
higher
was a fun
ledge to get a
fight.
key. Dude, that stumped me in my casual playthrough.
Yeah, I had no clue to do.
Because I killed them and then saw the chest and I was like, oh, I can't get it. And then I forgot it was there when I, like, looped back around.
That's a miracle.
That's Zelda for you, man. Just lots of little brain-stumping puzzles. A Link Between Worlds made me feel like an idiot on several occasions.
I really messed up my equip screen. That's another thing I should have mentioned. Equip screen's really important. It saves, like, if you do it well, it saves a ton of time, but I kinda I messed it up in the first dungeon and kind of offset it. I could fix it, but I don't know. Too lazy at this point. It'd probably waste more time.
It is really good, Cripple. If you have a 3DS, I recommend it. And if you have some balls, do hero mode afterwards. All the enemies do 4 times as much damage.
How many hearts do you start with?
3. And every enemy in the beginning game does 2 hearts of damage.
Oh, damn. That sounds tough. So you're dying in one hit?
2.
2?
Even after you beat the first dungeon, because then you have 4 hearts, you still die in 2 hits.
So here's a weird fight. It's pretty easy. This guy cannot cooperate sometimes, though. Wow.
Yeah, this eye is really weird. Like, sometimes it'll just stop. Like, the hits won't register, and it'll just start reforming again.
That was a bad fight. Whatever.
Alright, so that wasn't a terrible D3 time, I guess.
Yeah, it's probably decent. I assume it's something around like 21 minutes, if I had to guess.
Pretty close. It was sub 21 though.
It was what?
Sub 21.
Oh, so that's pretty good for a death and piece of power nonsense. I'll take that any day of the week. Piece of power is fine though. I should get corrected pretty easily at this point. Maybe Bow Wow will help out, depending on how much it eats.
So right now is I don't know. I usually find it to be a little more boring section of the run.
Yeah, I hate this part.
There's a lot of stuff you do out of dungeon in this section. How many times did I die? I game overed 5 times through my first playthrough. It's also because I was lazy and didn't get fairies all the time.
Yeah, so that was like the, you just got the honeycomb, or whatever that was. You didn't get any items before it though. Oh man, this movement. I love that name, Low Rule. Like, I just imagine the guy who thought of that. He must have thought it was genius.
He's not actually doing any of the trading game. Oh, this part's necessary.
Yeah, this is the one.
You need the pineapple to trigger this little cutscene, I guess, that's puts Marin on the beach.
Yeah, yeah.
And you need her for the ocarina and the song.
Hopefully I don't die to the ocarina, guys. This would be funny. These are the guys that do 4, I think 3 or 4 hearts. I'll die in 2 hits though.
It might be 3.
I know I died. 2 hits. I shouldn't die, but things have been going wrong, so who knows.
And yeah, the boots in this game are very different from most other Zelda games in the fact that you can move during their startup time. So timing your dash starts so you can start dashing right when you get around the corner is a pretty tough thing to do.
Yeah, the boots are really cool in this game.
They take a while to get used to, that's for sure.
Alright, so I did not die. It's some sort of miracle. Unfortunately, we gotta return Bow Wow, but it's not required, but he kind of messes up piece of power routing.
He also screws up the sprites in the game.
Holy crap. Alright, this equip screen is just a nightmare.
Nice bombs.
What are those doing there? It was supposed to be Power Bracelet. I don't know what's going on here. So you gotta return, you get a kiss from this lady. It's actually convenient because you kind of need health.
Oh, she gives you health?
Yeah,
Cool.
the kiss restores your health.
I never knew that. Never noticed.
You can keep Bow Wow and it's, the game is
It
fine,
doesn't
it
know
doesn't
what to
crash.
do.
But,
Well,
like,
when you
Marin
get Marin,
yeah.
Marin turns into like a double-headed Bow Wow
Yeah, it's
spray
pretty
that
funny. It's kind of
flops
unfortunate.
around like crazy.
It's kind of unfortunate I couldn't show
The
it.
same thing happens to the cuckoo, or the
Yeah.
rooster, when you get it. It's funny to see once.
It'd be funny if you could get the rooster, Marin, and the ghost at the same time while you had Bow Wow. You'd have like a parade following you around.
Oh,
You get 4 Bow Wows or something. Yeah, I always got the red tunic and colored dungeon.
I believe this cutscene inspired a certain Corona commercial.
I see it, I see it.
It's where dreams are made. Oh my god, I'm so damn corny.
Fucking bombs, what are they doing there? It's supposed to be Feather.
Yeah, 100% of this run, or this game, is probably one of the more interesting 100% runs, just because you have to open all the chests. And I'm pretty sure that's the only Zelda game that will ever have that as a definition of 100%. And you also get to see the color dungeon, which is cool.
Yeah, color dungeon's cool. So now we gotta wake the walrus up. A lazy walrus. Yeah, you gotta get pictures and 100%.
Yeah, it's great. You get to see those stupid little
Yeah,
cutscenes.
all those animations.
Oh my god, they're so ridiculous.
Yeah. Alright, so here's a cool trick coming up. You're gonna kill the, what's it called, Landmolus or something? I don't know.
I guess it's a Landmola. I don't know.
You basically, you wall clip, and this guy's hurtbox or hitbox or whatever, it's always active even when he's underground, so you walk along a specific point.
You can just call him the hentai mini boss.
You shoot your arrows and he's dead. Arrows are kind of overpowered in this game.
And if you pick up the key left enough, you're fine from falling in that hole, but if you pick it up too far to the right, the animation will stop you while you're all the way over the pit.
Yeah, and you just...
And then it's a frame perfect jump to get out.
It's... falling there is not fun. It's wastes like 15 seconds. Alright, so now this is the best song in the game in my opinion. Battle of the Windfish. I did not talk to the rabbit. I've done that like 3 times in a row. It's terrible.
I don't think I've ever done that.
He's like in a trance or something, that's what they say.
Do you just like mash A going into
Yeah,
the
I'm
room
doing
or
the
something?
boots or something. And it's really dumb. It's like boots don't save any time there, so I don't know why I'm doing it. What is this chat talking about? Pro equality? What is going on here?
I don't know. They're demonstrating the lack of sleep that we all have.
I think it started with them talking about seeing how people are talking about women characters in games being a reflection of women's rights or something like that.
Only in a Twitch chat can you find this.
I myself am too tired to understand or care enough to...
I have distributed the appropriate 69-second timeout.
So now we're off to Dungeon 4.
So if you've played through this game casually, you'll remember that after Dungeon 4, you get followed by a ghost, and he demands that you take him back to his house.
God, it's so
And
depressing.
with this little fucker following you around, you can't go into anything until you return him to his grave. So, we just skip that entirely, and it's great.
Yeah, basically you do Dungeon 4 2 parts. You get the flipper. I'm gonna get the flippers right now, but I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna come back and beat the Dungeon 4 last, so the ghost is not triggered.
Yeah, basically once you have all 8 things, he just doesn't spawn, and you can just go straight to the windfish once you beat it.
Yeah. I don't even know if that was a kill. Alright, piece of power should be good now. But knowing my luck so far, I'll probably get it at the end of Dungeon 4. Somehow. Alright, that's a cool trick. It saves like a second.
Oh, did you jump over the thing?
Yeah, I'm glad out of all the tricks I got the one that saves 1 second.
Yeah, so right there he did the dash like really close to the edge, so he could jump around that green block instead of dashing into it. It saves a second, but if you mess it up, you either fall
read
in
the
the
text,
pit,
or read the text,
or
which
you
is
read
just
the text.
painful. They gotta tell you it's a mysterious object.
The text in this game is so dumb like
It's
that.
annoying. I don't know why they repeat it.
Whenever you touch a pot without the bracelet
Equipped, right?
equipped, it's like, this is heavy, I think you need something to help you lift it
Yeah.
up. Or a bomb crack, even if you have bombs equipped, if you run into the bomb crack, it says, oh, it looks like you can blow this up, what could you use?
Yeah. It's really stupid.
Ooh, the heart skip.
I'll just get it at the mini boss.
Oh, true. Interesting, I've never seen people get this key after they get that one.
I just started doing. Oh wow, I'm a fucking loser.
So yeah, right here is another instance of wall clipping. If you don't wall clip, you can't get close enough to the edge to actually make that jump.
Yeah, it skips a large portion of dungeon.
Yeah. So just being able to jump like that diagonally, or I guess not in a cardinal. No, it is a cardinal direction. I don't know what I'm talking about. Whatever. Not jumping straight across sequence breaks a lot of this dungeon.
I was just gonna say something, I forget. Oh yeah, about going the getting the key first. I don't know. I just feel like that feels quicker to me. It's probably not, but I'm gonna do it anyways. All right, so here's the next song, Mambo's Mambo. Wow, I am terrible.
Did you not get out of the water?
I am not. I didn't get out at first, and now I'm too high. So. Oh wait,
So
am I? Oh yeah, I'm too high. I'm stuck on a rock or something.
For whatever reason, in this cutscene, if you're out of the water and have your sword out while this song is playing, you can move Link.
Yeah, I don't know why this works.
So if you jump out of the water, you can move yourself as close back to the screen transition as possible.
But I
You
messed
saw
up
him
somehow.
move a little.
Yeah, you could usually get in the far left corner, but I messed up. It's not a big deal.
This is also one of the cutest Game Boy cutscenes you'll ever see.
Yeah, look at those little fish.
Look at those eyes, man.
It's now Dungeon 5, I'd say it's one of the harder dungeons in my opinion.
Dungeon 5 is my least favorite, just because I'm too lazy to practice the early...
Oh, yeah, that still gets me. Hopefully that doesn't go terribly for me.
Early game, I always forgot the 200 rupees.
Oh, I remember that. You told me about that. You got a PB when you forgot
That
them.
was dumb as hell.
Watch, I'll forget them now.
I'll remind you, don't worry. I won't be like Prior and tell me, like, when I'm 2 screens away from the frog song.
That must have been painful.
He's a troll, I expected it.
Classic Prior.
Yup.
Alright, so here we go. Really? Really?
Oh, did you talk about bringing up the save and quit menu to skip all this text?
Jeez,
I don't know.
completely forgot. Yeah, it's
Basically, any text that pops up, like the dungeon entrance text, all the chest text, stuff like that, you can skip by hitting A, B, start, and select at the same time, which brings up the save and quit screen. And most of the time, it's faster to do that than to let the text run. For the dungeon entrance screen, it's, I guess it's slower if you don't actually have to make any menu changes. So, for Dungeon 1 and Dungeon 5, you don't actually do it.
You also skip bosses, like, similar way, you just pause.
Yes.
Bosses usually have text, but you can skip them.
It's usually like a few... You take like half a step into the door, and then the cutscene will start as the door's closing, and you pause and it skips it, or whatever.
A good cue is just to pause whenever the door closes, door close to the boss.
And that's just a little time saver. If you miss it, it's not really that big of a deal.
Yeah.
It's a second or two.
So you're just fighting the skeleton, you're chasing him around this entire dungeon.
Yeah, it's really cool. You have to fight him 4 times.
I actually found out recently you could actually kill him. Like if you shoot him with an extra bomb arrow, he actually dies and drops a key for some reason. It's bizarre. This game doesn't make sense.
In the 4th room, or what?
You could kill him, I could kill him right now if I wanted to, and you drop a key. It doesn't make any sense, but
who needs the hook shot, right?
yeah. But he still appears, so he still appears in the other ones. I don't know why.
Does he drop a hook shot later?
Yeah, he still drops the shot, thankfully.
Oh, that's really
I thought it'd be
nice.
cool, like you could maybe kill him once and then he'd appear at the final spot. But nope, I didn't get that lucky.
You can just have an abundance of keys for this dungeon.
Yeah, so I got like 3 keys and then there's no other doors to spend them on. So it's kind of weird.
It's too bad keys don't like carry over like in Zelda 1.
Yeah, I'd never actually checked that. That may work. Maybe they're like keys to any dungeon. It's intended.
It's intended. Does the text still come up, like the defeated text? Because it's longer than the normal text.
It doesn't come up, so it might be quicker. Who knows? I didn't time it.
It would change the bomb and arrow route a lot.
Yeah. Alright, so this is a kind of cool trick. I got it first try.
So this trick with a well-timed dash and a well-timed jump, you can skip the hook shot. Or you can skip getting the hook shot first before getting this key, which saves a bunch of backtracking. There's enough backtracking in this dungeon anyways.
Yeah, it's really annoying. Now I gotta go back to the place where I got the first key. What the fuck, dude?
I have a marathon update for everybody.
Ooh. Did we hit our donation goal of $0?
We have reached our donation goal for this marathon. No, actually, the update is that apparently the A to Z trend is catching on worldwide. And I say that because Oxwis has now promised us a dating sim A to Z marathon on Twitter.
Oh, man.
I'm excited for that.
Was there a kappa involved?
Nope.
Ooh. I'm excited.
Might be serious.
Can you imagine that 26 dating sims run back to back to back?
You know, I can't, except it was Ox was tweeting it, so I kind of can.
That'd be interesting.
If only KSS was a dating sim.
I gotta start killing a lot of enemies because I'm way behind on piece of power.
Yeah, the reason he just got those rupees is because after the next dungeon, he has to get the third song of the game, and the greedy little frog needs $300.
Yeah, he's a sellout. He's a complete sellout.
Listen to his one-hit wonder.
Which is god awful.
It might be the best song I've ever heard in my life.
How often do I stream? I don't know. A few times a week, I guess. It's kind of random. I'm trying to find a game I like, which will probably be a Link to the Past next.
Oh yeah.
Kind of over this game, but also this
Link to
guy's
the Past is a better speedrun, anyways.
this
Out of
guy's
the melting pot into the fire.
this guy's like a coin flip, so you got to pick a side and hopefully you get lucky. He is not being very nice. Alright, whatever.
And hitting him 4 times is it's not super precise, but it takes a little bit of timing to get all 4 hits before he goes back in.
Yeah.
And you have to get all 4 in both pullouts to get 2-cycle kill.
How are those two things next to each other? I don't know. Like, how did that work out? Alright, Dungeon 6 is next. I don't know, it's a little difficult. I gotta decide if I want to do Rooster Skip or not. I don't know.
Chat, do you want him to do Rooster Skip?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for his sign.
Should make a straw poll.
It's the hardest trick in this game.
I'm gonna make a straw poll and then I'll just let you choose in the end anyways.
Alright. I'll listen to the straw poll. It might take me a few tries, but whatever.
Here you go, everybody, vote away. Almost posted that in the wrong chat.
If you guys want to go to sleep, you should probably vote no, but I don't want to influence your decision.
Ooh, yes is at a resounding 13-2 lead right now.
Thank you, 2 people.
Ooh, 31-8. Come on, guys. There's 700 of you in this chat right now. I know you can vote.
It's your duty as Twitch citizens to vote.
It's your right. If you type no in chat, that doesn't count towards a vote, sorry. Listen to BJW, he's the hero of America.
That was a good fight. It's kind of close, but it was fine. Yeah, I'll just do Rooster Skip. Odds are it's gonna be horrendous. It's really hit or miss with me.
Basically what Rooster Skip is, I'll explain it more in detail once we get there, because people who don't know what it is will probably need a sort of visual to see what is getting skipped exactly. But basically, in this game, the hookshot keeps you suspended in the air. So if you shoot the hookshot while you're over a pit, you won't fall in immediately. And the frame after the hookshot returns to you, you have 1 frame to jump,
Yeah, it's...
which lets you not fall in the pit. And you have to do that twice to cross this gap that you typically get registered for.
I feel like a kind of pause buffer. It's not like Ocarina of Time now. It's nothing guaranteed. It's still very hard.
I think if I tried your pause buffer thing, it would mess me up more than just doing it normally. It seems weird.
Yeah, it's... I don't know. I probably should never have learned it.
I can't pause buffer anything at all, so it's probably just me.
I was too much of a baby to learn it the good way. Alright, here's Dungeon 6. With a little luck, the piece of power will drop somewhat reasonably.
Yeah, although it might scare you if you're trying to learn the game or thinking about picking it up.
Yeah, you don't
frame
need to
perfect
learn
tricks. 1, you don't have to learn it, and 2, you get multiple chances at it because you can hook shot multiple times.
Yeah, it's not like one shot and you're done.
So you can have the feather and the hook shot out and just like roll your finger over the buttons, and if you get the jump, then great, and if you don't, then you just shoot the hook shot out again and get another shot.
I don't know how the piece of power worked out really well. Very fortunate.
Unbuffered is always the way to go for every trick ever made in speedrunning.
What the hell is wrong with me? Actually, no, that's fine. I'm doing a lot of weird stuff I don't normally do.
And this right here is an example of why good menuing leads to good times.
Yeah, I've wasted probably 30 seconds to a minute on menu mistakes.
Even if it's just like a second for every menu that you're looking
so
at
many
your
pauses,
menu,
so
looking at your menu, figuring out where stuff should go or where something is.
it adds to the mystery though, because even I don't know where things are. It's part of the adventure.
We'll explain Deathless Skip a little more once we get there.
Why does this always happen? I don't know. This crap. This crap never happens.
I will say this marathon has been full of this has never happened to me before.
Yeah, exactly. When it's in reality, it's happened to me tons of times.
I really want to go back and watch my run just to see if I use that phrase or not.
I use that so much, and I gotta stop. Alright, this is my least favorite mini-boss, I think. The stupid dog or whatever he is. Whoa, dude. That's a good fight, though. I got lucky. I only have 2 bombs, or hopefully I don't mess this up. I wouldn't be surprised, though, with the way things have been going.
I was always too scared to do this arrow strat.
I got it, somehow.
One important thing about the menuing in this game as well is staying away from the ocarina.
Yeah, Ocarina.
Because every time you scroll over it,
it's like a black hole, it sucks you in.
It pops up that little thing to choose a song, and it also prevents you from moving left and right in the inventory from that section. So to get off of it, you have to move up or down. It's really dumb.
Basically, the ocarina should not be there. That's the short of it. Should be in a better position. Same with the shovel. I don't know what the shovel's doing. Shovel should not be up there. Yeah, ocarina at the bottom's a good idea. It's funny, I learned like the good equips for this marathon, and I did not do any of them.
Yeah, usually I would try to keep the ocarina on the bottom and the shield and the shovel on the top.
Yeah, all the useless crap. think A Link to the Past came out before this?
Yes, it did. A Link to the Past came out in 91. This came out in 90.
I think 3 was the black and white version, and this came out in 98.
Yeah. A Link to the Past came out actually exactly 12 years before A Link Between Worlds came out. Same release date, just different year.
I wonder if that was intentional.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. Alright, so here's the dongos.
The piece of power lasts until you leave like the area you're in. So like if he leaves this dungeon and he still has it, it'd be gone when he left. And it also stays until you get hit 3 times. Once you
Holy
get hit
crap, that was
it
like
disappears.
amazing, the dongo fight, and I kept the piece of power, so
That's pretty good.
that's never happened before. That's actually never happened before. I've never kept the piece of power.
Really?
I've never kept it after the dongo
Wow.
fight. You're probably looking at Twitch archive, and I have, but I'll just say that's never happened before. I'm so stupid. Oh, this room might be weird actually with piece of power, I don't know.
Do you have to hit that chest with a pot?
No, you don't, it's quicker. Holy crap. I'll blame the piece of power on that one.
There's definitely a chest in this game that you have to open with a pot. Like it just says it won't open. I think. Maybe I'm thinking of another game.
There might be in this that sounds...
But that's why that
sounds
mechanic is in there.
Alright, so this boss is really hard. By really hard, I mean he's a complete joke. Like every other boss in this game.
What a lot of people didn't know when they were younger is that you can hit this boss before the opening text even starts.
3 times.
And he only takes 5 hits.
That's really ridiculous.
Over half the fight is done before it even
he's
starts.
Dead. It's a stupid boss.
Well, good to know you're ahead of my best seconds.
I wonder, what's this time at? Probably like a 51:30 or something, or 52?
Yeah, like a minute to that.
52:30.
Oh boy. Actually, that's fine. I'm not gonna... That's fine, given the mistakes. Alright, so now I'm gonna get Frog Song, and then it's Rooster Skip. Just warning you guys, you asked for this. It could be bad.
Let me check the results of the poll. 72 to 21 in favor.
Yeah, this part is awful. I've read, if you read the sign twice, then you gotta start from the beginning, and it's
Yes.
not good.
Is the background flashing during the frog song a 1.0 only thing?
I think it's due to the frame rate I play it.
Oh, okay, because it happens to Jucov too.
Yeah, I
But
think we just recorded both at 30 FPS, and this game runs at 60, I think. I think that's what it has to do with, but I could be wrong.
So it doesn't flicker for me.
Oh, it doesn't?
No.
You recorded 60 FPS?
Yeah. Like even on my TV it doesn't flicker.
Yeah, it doesn't for my game. It's just on the stream.
Oh, interesting.
Alright, so I played a little safe here. I usually mash and stuff, but I don't want to take a chance. I don't want to go through that nonsense again. Alright, so here's the sign, frog song. That's bad. It's really bad.
If I ever get sub, I'll make Mamu a Twitch face just for you.
Yeah, if you're susceptible to seizures, like, look away. It's bad.
Yeah, my game doesn't spotlight them at all, I don't think. Like, it's just a light background the entire time.
Oh, actually, it does flash in my game. What am I talking about? I have no clue what's going on.
You have 1.0, right?
Yeah, it's a 1.0.
Yeah,
now.
so I'm guessing it's 1.0
Yeah.
only.
I've never realized it flashes on my thing. Maybe I'm always watching the stream during it. Like OBS. Yeah, it's Ward from Mario 2. Alright, here's Rooster Skip in like a minute.
Alright, so typically now, what you're supposed to do, instead of warping back to here, you're supposed to run back up, go into the town. You push the winds thing.
The rooster,
I can't think of what it's called.
yeah, I don't know. You basically push like a rooster statue and there's a dead rooster there and you bring it back to life with a song. Very,
And then
very
a
unrealistic, but
A blue rooster follows you around until you beat Dungeon 7.
yeah.
Weather vane, that's the word.
Well, yeah, there we
Holy
go.
crap.
Just drawing a blank there.
6:45 in the morning.
Yeah, I gotta go to bed soon. I got up at 8 for some reason today, so...
Dang. Yes, the rooster is blue. That's how you know he's special. Wow, you didn't go for there. Oh my god.
I probably could've got it, but I don't want to chance it. Alright, so here we go. I predict 12 tries.
12? Oh my god. Alright, so this trick saves 50 seconds approximately, and every time you fail it, it loses, what, 30?
30, yeah.
So, if you get a second try, it saves time over getting the rooster. And so this pit, you usually have a hook shot. I mean, not a hook shot. You usually have the rooster, so you just pick it up. This special rooster can fly. So...
Please God help me. There we go, first try.
Sick.
Some sort of miracle there. I don't know how that works. That was really
Alright.
bad luck.
So
Start off.
you wall clip into the room before, so you're into the wall in the screen transition, and that lets it so that you don't fall straight down the pit when you dash. Since there's whatever hit detection on the border of holes.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, there's some areas in that room where you're just gonna fall regardless.
That's because like all the individual holes have their middle squares and their borders. So if you jump straight down the middle, you're done.
I got very fortunate there, though. That makes up for all the crappy mistakes I made. I wasn't even gonna go for that in this, honestly. Thanks to your guys' vote. You see how important voting is?
Yes,
Yes,
you will be
have a
doing
good
the
lesson.
flame skip.
Yeah,
Typically, you need the mirror shield, but you get in Dungeon 7 to skip the flames. But as you can see, we haven't quite done that yet.
Yeah, we're doing Dungeon 8 first. Flame skip's actually pretty easy.
You do get the Dungeon 7 key first, but that's because it's on the way to Dungeon 8.
Is that
And
a
you
wall
don't
clip
need
here?
a key.
Yeah, okay. That's flame skip. It's
You just wall clip, you dash, and then right
hit
when
up.
you get hit,
Yeah.
you hit up and left, and then you're good. It's pretty easy.
So now you play Frog Song, Wake Up. You can skip this
So,
turtle. This
Yeah,
guy's
funny
weird.
thing about this turtle is that while its head is coming out, the head doesn't actually have any hit detection, so you can just walk right through it. If you let any of the net come out, you're screwed.
Yeah, I've
You have
died to this guy. Like,
I have to.
it was not pretty.
I actually died once to finishing the dungeon, pulling out the flute, and playing song 3 again instead of song 2.
Wow, that must have been good.
Yeah, it was
What
pretty
the
good.
fuck is wrong with me? That was very unnecessary.
Nice extra path.
Yeah. That's the super secret path.
And another reason you do this dungeon first is because the magic rod is incredibly overpowered.
Yeah, it completely destroys the Dungeon 7 boss.
Yes. What typically is a terrible, terrible fight.
Yeah, casual
in a
playthrough.
casual playthrough.
It's really terrible.
You take out in 3 hits? I don't even remember anymore.
For casual
3.
playthrough? Or,
No, in
yeah,
this playthrough.
It's 3 fire rod hits.
Yeah, it's silly.
This dungeon's pretty cool though. Oh, so here's sideways block pushing.
Yeah, this is the first instance of block pushing. If you clip into the block and push right in the middle of it, it'll push the block sideways, which sequence breaks the hell out of stuff.
It pretty much skips like half the dungeon.
Yes. Hothead? I have no idea. I think it's, what, 6 after it breaks, or maybe 8? But I don't know how many it takes to break.
It seems weird. Like, it's never consistent with me. I used to break it's consistent, but this second phase, I don't know.
You mean the first? Oh, the second phase? Usually the second phase is the only consistent thing with me.
I've had it where I've hit him once and he's died, like, after staying in the lobby for a while. It's weird.
Weird.
This room's usually terrible for me. That was... okay. Alright, so here's a boxing penguin we gotta fight.
He's a penguin?
I think so. Pretty sure
Don't forget to take your boots out, man.
Oh, I forgot already, man. I'm so bad. I practiced that too. Basically all my practice was a waste.
Patty, don't you judge my commentary. I'm gonna know where you live when I send you these sugar cookie Pop-Tarts.
Here's the Dungeon 4 mini-boss repeat. But now there's lava, so... it's pretty much still the same thing.
Oh, interesting thing about those ladders, if you press down for a very short period of time and then release it, you just drop down the ladder like you jumped off a ledge, instead of having to climb the whole way down. Sugar cookie Pop-Tarts, they're a seasonal thing apparently, and it's the first time I ever saw them.
Those
And they
sound
sell
pretty
them at the grocery store that I work at, and Patty here got a nice big old boner, so I said I would mail him some.
So this dungeon's almost over. Hopefully I get Burless, which is basically you touch an ice cube or whatever it's called, ice block. You get some stupid text saying it's cold. And hopefully I'll be able to skip
Hey, this
that.
ice block is cold. Maybe
Yeah.
you can melt it with something.
They gotta warn kids who play this game not to touch ice cubes. It's ridiculous.
Golden is resident sleeper fancore. There will soon be a Twitch face.
I'm still here.
Alright. I did not get Burless.
I always bird in this room.
Yeah,
I never knew the setup for it.
I think it's pretty much just guess. I don't know if there's a setup. I felt like...
I know that if you jump up and hit like the wall right before it, you land really close to it, but I didn't know. And I never practiced it at all.
That was a really good fight. I was very lucky.
The weird thing about this fight is that when the fires are on the top wall and he runs into it, he takes damage like every possible frame he can take damage on. And that's pretty luck-based as to where he's moving.
Guy's weird. Yeah, these bosses are jokes. It's pretty much just like mashing a button. Like Dungeon 6 boss, you just put down bombs, you just mash for that guy.
Yeah, that's the one thing I really didn't like about this speedrun compared to A Link to the Past.
Yeah, A Link to the Past is so
that's
cool.
my
like,
first game.
Those are really intense fights.
Because bosses can fuck you up real hard.
Yeah. Like, Moldorm's the most intense boss fight, I think, in this game. Maybe Dungeon 2. Actually, no, Dungeon 2 is not bad anymore.
Moldorm's hardest boss.
Yeah, that's pretty sad. The first boss is the hardest boss. You know, they did something wrong with this game.
Yeah, it's a shame that like even Deathel isn't really that hard.
Yeah.
It used to be just RNG, but I guess
Now
most
it's-
of the RNG got taken out.
Yeah.
Well, not even most, like half.
Now it's just like tagging them.
Now it's just blue balls.
Yeah.
You could imagine my displeasure when I went from a game with blue balls to another game with blue balls.
balls,
I
yeah.
was quite sad. Yeah, since the turtle didn't actually get killed when you went in, he is still there when you leave, and you have to flute out. But you'd flute out anyways, I would guess.
Yeah. Actually, no. You could leave without. You could move, even though he's there. I think I did it once.
The link to the past weekly race tomorrow is always any % no save and quit.
Weekly Master Sword race hype.
I think some people on Reddit actually organized that for a few weeks and then they died down. Like there would just be random like 35 entrant Master Sword races with no one we'd ever heard of.
Good old Reddit.
Did I actually say less than most? I really hope I didn't.
Alright. This dungeon's not bad at all. There's one trick, similar to Rooster Skip, but this is a pretty easy dungeon.
But you only have to do it once.
Yeah, it's basically Rooster Skip cut in half.
And also not quite as detrimental if you mess it
Yeah,
up.
it's like 15 seconds if you miss. If that. I don't even know.
Wow, this guy dashes across the spikes but doesn't hookshot the key from the door.
Oh my god, what the hell was that
Alright,
jump?
so here you're going to see one of the only differences between 1.0 and 1.1 in this game. Is that in 1.0, when you go up to that lever and you tap the... Oh no.
Oh god, where am I? Where am I? Oh god. Oh god.
my god.
Oh boy, it's never happened in my life.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Alright. As I was saying, one of the very few differences is that when you tap the power bracelet button on the lever, the blocks just stop moving. For whatever reason.
Come on, like, kick me while I'm down.
Did he eat you?
Yeah.
He ate you? Oh my god.
Please walk. Tempted to kill that little red guy, but
Do it.
I'll restrain myself.
It's too late.
That kind of sucks. That was a pretty good end game up until that point. I should get the doghouse glitch from this mini boss, just to scare everyone.
That chest he walked by there that was revealed by all the things being down is actually the mirror shield.
Yeah.
It's just chilling there.
You don't need
You don't
it.
get it. So this fight is cool.
Yeah, just literally press A. Another mash A fight.
Yep. And one funny thing is, if you ever jump through this door transition, you go into out of bounds and
Yeah,
into
it's
weird space.
World. Yeah.
And
Just
it's not
don't-
good.
Don't jump through that door. Yeah.
Don't jump through that door, whatever you do. For whatever reason, when you jump and go through the screen transition before that boss is completely off the screen, you get, like, teleported somewhere into a glitched world, and then end up somewhere completely different.
Yeah, it's bizarre. It's kind of hard to describe. Alright, so here's the trick coming up.
So yeah, he
Wow.
sideways block push
Failure.
there. And what you do is you can pick up, as you can see he did there, you can pick up the orb and jump. So you throw it across the gap. And what you're supposed to do is, you know, do the hook shot.
Do the
Wow,
hook
you
shot
didn't,
jump,
You
yeah.
didn't even get the hook shot out.
It insta just said, no, you're not doing that trick today.
So yeah. So I mean, even with throwing the ball across, he's still gonna save time over doing the normal route.
Yeah.
Because
It's
you
like
can
15
just
seconds, I think.
sideways block push this too.
Alright, shout out to Pui for this. Just, what the hell's wrong with me? This amazing strat right here. Look at that. It saves like a fourth of a second.
The dashing.
Yeah, it's so cool.
I love dashing. Throwing and dashing and
Yeah.
picking it up. It feels so fast.
Yeah. Much better than just having bracelet and ocarina.
Yep.
Or boots and bracelet or something.
That's
No,
what you
feather
have
and,
now?
yeah. I think it was, well, I don't even know. I'm just speaking nonsense.
So yeah, so now that all the 4 pillars are down, this top floor changes because it fell.
I don't think that's how real, like, buildings work, but...
No, it's not at all. I'm pretty sure if you took out the middle support beams that the whole building might
Yeah.
collapse, maybe. But,
I think that's generally accepted in architecture or engineering or something.
you know, who cares about all that
Yeah.
nonsense?
Alright, so this guy's really...
Alright, so what you do here is this text goes and he picks him up and then you just leave the screen to make him come onto this screen faster.
So we're almost done. Just dungeon 4 and then the
We
final
have
boss.
like 2 minutes of dungeon 4.
Yeah, let's see how bad I forget the floor tile patterns. Well, I did practice them, so...
I have a picture of them somewhere. I'll tell you which one it is if you don't know. If I can find my picture.
I think I know all of them, but... Famous
Even though
last
you
words.
claim there's a mysterious
There's
fifth
there's a
one.
5th one, I'm positive. You know the show Mystery Quest on, like, History Channel? They gotta do a show on this. Where they just bullshit for an
Mystery
hour.
Quest.
Yeah.
What is the 5th tile pattern in LADX?
They gotta do a show on it.
The secret dungeon doesn't get done in any percent route anonymous. I really hope you missed the blub skip.
I'm gonna keep Fire Rod out just to kill these guys and not make this room a living hell. I was fortunate. I got the one pattern I know 100%. It's the first one I ever got.
Also seems like the slowest.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do that stupid wall clip.
I still don't even understand how it works.
The wall clip?
I'm guessing it's like going up in the ladder and then wall clipping and then jumping
It's
somehow.
you walk on like the leftmost pixel on the ladder and that wall clips you somehow.
Interesting.
I got glub skip. So that's another really hard fight.
Not glub skip. Glub bloop.
These bosses are just... I'm just realizing how bad this is. They really screwed up. The nerve of them to make a bad speedrun for bosses. Alright, so now it's the final boss. Who's kind of challenging, but... Well, the main thing's Death will Skip, which is kind of newly discovered. It's really cool though, so hopefully I can get it.
Death will skip and the 2 quick kills.
Yeah, I'll probably miss both of them.
If you miss the Moldorm quick kill, I will be very upset.
I will be upset with myself.
I could understand the Blob quick kill.
I'll get Blob, but I'll fail Moldorm.
Dude, I was supposed to be asleep such a long time ago.
Yeah.
Me too. No, actually,
It's light out now for me.
I signed up for this.
Yeah, you signed up for this.
Have you been up 24 hours yet, Golden?
We're getting really close. I think I woke up at like 6:45, and it's 6 o'clock.
Oh, damn. Go for 48 at this point.
Yeah, no thanks.
I'm sure
48.
you had plenty of Mountain Dew today.
Yeah, too much. That was probably part of the problem. By the way, following this run, there will be a brief tutorial on how to conclude a marathon.
I really hope it's like The Sopranos and you just cut yourself off mid-sentence. I actually thought about leaving the mumble mid-sentence, but then I decided not to.
Good man. I think Andy's commentary is the peak of top-down Zelda commentary.
A+, in my opinion.
If you think this is good, just wait until Link to the Past HDQ.
That couch is going to be loaded.
Ooh, it's gonna be great. I really hope I don't have to run it.
So this pattern set, I just memorized it.
So yeah, this pattern is set, typically you have to collect all the items and you get a watch or a magnifying glass or something, and read a book that tells you the order, and it changes the order up. But if you don't do that, the order is always
Left,
right, oh, left,
Left, up, right, up, left, up.
Yes, that.
Alright, why am I pausing? So this is Blob quick kill if I can get it. Saves having to use magic powder.
Saves a menu and some time.
I got it.
Congrats.
It's fail Moldorm. Quick kill.
Just don't fail, Devil.
I want to die to Deathful going up the steps.
Do it.
That's my goal. Alright, so
Still
now this
can't
is
believe.
50-50 chance.
Yeah, so the way this Aghanim fight works, if you're used to the Link to the Past Aghanim fight, they're a little different. The way this fight works is the first 2 shots are guaranteed yellow shots, and then everything else after that is a 50-50. So you could potentially just get locked in blue balls for the end of time.
Yeah.
Unlike a Link to the Past, where you can only get 15.
I got
Unless
decent
you're
luck.
bad. No. Oh,
What a fucking loser. I practiced this as well. What is happening to my life?
oh my god. Alright, so what's supposed to happen here is you spin attack him right as he spawns, and then you just mash sword, and he doesn't move at all. And the fight is over in like 5 seconds.
This might not work. Two. I really hope this worked, but
And right here, you're seeing the setup for Death'll Skip. Basically, what you
that
have
was
to
really
do
good. Yeah, it worked.
is
You just pause in a certain frame and like
yeah,
a bat
the
gets
bat,
stuck.
the bat spawning. If you play the flute on the first frame of movement of a bat, it gets stuck there.
I don't know. I just completely spaced out. So
now when Death'll spawns, he's gonna explode
Time,
because that bat
no,
is still
sorry.
on the screen.
That's time.
1:20:39.
That's fine. Thanks.
Good run, Ducky. Minus
Good
the
run.
death to Moldorm.
Yeah, minus all that crap. That's more than acceptable though.
Yeah, I think so.
BGW got a 34 something.
That's pretty sick time.
34, 40 something.
Congrats on your world record as approved by Scala of the Dollars.
Scala of the dollars.
It means the world to me.
Alright, so when the bat gets stuck there, the game doesn't really know what to do. So you kill Ganon, he explodes. You kill the little orb thing with the spin attack, it explodes. And it doesn't know what to do with the bat. So the bat explodes. And the game registers that as Death'll exploding. So that's why the staircase starts spawning even though Death'll is actually still there. Like he's missing an arm or something.
It's a cliffhanger. They can make a sequel now with Death'll slipping alive.
So, funny thing about that though is that since Death'll is still there, you actually take damage while you're walking up that initial part of the staircase, so
Yes,
you
you
can
could
die before you even get to the credits.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Which I think you shouldn't be allowed to die when you're walking to the credits because
Yeah.
that seems really dumb.
Yeah.
When's JRTA timing?
Golden, thanks for having me though. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
It's a lot of fun.
absolutely. Thanks for wrapping up the marathon
Yeah,
for us.
it's good fun.
I think everybody gets some extra sleep now.
Yeah.
I wish I have worked in
Oh,
7
except
hours.
for Andy.
You get a nice 6 hours
Yeah.
of sleep or so.
Yeah, at least my work's only a mile away, so I can sleep in as late as I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good run. Good marathon, A+.
A plus.
The collective
even
is,
consider-
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I pretty much watched.
the collective is 2
All
for
day.
2 on good marathons.
I agree.
We should keep them coming. No, just kidding. We have too many marathons.
All right, guys. Here's my tutorial on how to conclude a marathon. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay. I'd like to thank everybody who watched the marathon and all the runners that participated. Please be sure to follow those guys. I've linked all of them on the Twitch page. So head on over to the Twitch page if you're not watching from there and follow the runners.
I'll also
And-
link Ducky in chat right now.
Thanks to the collective for helping with some of the behind the scenes stuff. And other than that, that's pretty much all I have to say. So until next time, everybody. I hope all of your splits are golden. And that's it. We're done. Thanks
See-
for watching.
See you guys.
Have a nice night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.